Okay, so good morning all. This is Cheryl and Chaco, and today we are fortunate to have with us Mr. Mike Murali, Senior Director and Chief Fund Officer at Capgemini. We welcome you, sir, to this interaction, and we are fortunate to have you in our campus. We are the students of first year MBA, and we are delighted to have this opportunity.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's mine.
Let's
Thank you.
begin the interaction with the first question by Victor.
Sure. Looking forward to this one, and thank you for having me. And let's go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. My name is Victor. First of all, very good morning and welcome to our college. So it's a great pleasure that you are between us, sir. Actually, I wanted to ask a question, sir. Like you are a happiness and fun officer. So how does it actually, like changing the work culture in Capgemini?
Listen, it is. Let's go back to the starting point, right? The starting point is the objective is not necessarily to produce productive employees who write lines of code and meet deadlines and targets. The objective is to produce happy employees, happy human beings, right? It's not about having somebody as an employee ID. It's about having them as an individual. It's about having them as a persona and taking care of their likes, dislikes, career, ambition, health, family, society. It's a whole inclusive stuff because they are family. They're just not roll numbers. Hence, the objective is when you are focusing on people are at the center of everything that you do, right? We are a people organization, and every organization, for example, if you take care of your people, they'll take care of you. And it's necessarily not about financial compensation. It might also be about mental wellness, physical wellness, society, what culture you're creating for them. Hence, what I do is definitely been a blessing where it's critically important that there is never a dull day. Every day, for example, I do something, I call A.R. Rahman for a concert one day and I sit silent for the last 11 months. Doesn't work that way, right? Every day you got to do something small to keep the momentum going, right? It's like I take you and make you watch a Rahman or give you Coldplay tickets, right? You're happy for one day. What happens to the balance 364? Right? So it's about doing some total of small things. So you're always on the edge to do something to keep people happy. And different people's perspective of happiness, even in this room, differs. So you got to have that many avenues for each one of them to feel happy about. So with which glasses are you watching this? You're watching them as roll numbers, employee IDs, or happy human beings. You produce happy human beings, they will give you back 5 times more than what is expected, period.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Victor.
Hi sir, this is Riola Sequera. So my question to you is, generally a workplace would be very hectic and busy. So may I know the role of fun in enhancing creativity as well as innovation among the employees?
Cool. So people walk into campuses, Riola, not just, I have this philosophy that says, and I tell it to my teams as well, saying we don't want employees to come into our campuses in search of a living, but in search of a life, right? My CEO also says that, we spend 10 to 12 hours at work every day, which is 40-50% of the time that we are awake, right? Assuming an average person wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning, goes to bed at 10 o'clock in the night, that's really 15 hours. Of that 15 hours, you take 2 hours in travel, right? If you're in Bangalore, it's slightly longer, right? So then you get to 13 hours, a couple of hours for your daily chores, eating, blah, blah, blah. That gets you, 9 hours. 9 hours, 8 hours, you're in office. Which means, shouldn't that 8 hours be something a lot more fulfilling rather than just sitting as a machine in front of a machine? So you try and do things to try and propel each one. Each one is passionate about something. Each one of you are passionate. What are you passionate about?
HR.
You are passionate about HR. What do you do during your free time?
Usually right now it's more into courses, doing various courses.
Weekends for fun, what do you do?
Weekends, probably I just go out with my friends.
So for example, we have a passion club that is inclined towards travel, where every weekend they take hikes, they explore new places. There is a biking club, there's a photography club, there's a yoga club, there's a meditation club. So where you can try and capitalize. Or there is a band that I run every Monday where we play live music, etc. for colleagues Monday after Monday. So there's music in the offer. Music creates a lot of vibe. So you create different avenues for people to feel passionate about being associated with Capgemini as a brand. And it's not an overnight one. Right? It is to become the most happiest company, it's a long journey, but you got to focus on every day, what are you doing differently across the country.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
Good morning, sir. I'm Jeffin. My question is, with increased focus on employee well-being and work-life balance, how does Capgemini integrate happiness and fun into its corporate culture while maintaining high productivity levels?
See, so high productivity levels are not a deadline by itself. You create a happy bunch of employees, you create them opportunities to get engaged, involved, and have a lot of fun. You'll automatically see a big difference in the productivity. But the culture that you create, right, has to be something that is wholesome. The culture has to be something that is inclusive for everybody and ongoing. You got to press the pedal continuously all the time, right? And suddenly everybody figure out there is a increased focus on well-being and health, and no, it has always been there. It's now coming to light because of a lot of factors. But then, for example, I've been doing this for 18 years now, right? As a fun officer, as a happiness officer, focusing on employee engagement. At Capgemini, the core values of the company are there, right? Which defines the company. For 57 years, fun is one of the core 7 values. So imagine a company 57 years back itself prioritizing fun as one of the core values, which is phenomenal, right? So that's how we create a culture continuously, and that focus is not suddenly coming, it's always been there. It's just that now it's coming to light, and the reason to do a lot more interesting things is happening now. But we bring back the focus and saying people are at the center and you take care of them in every way possible. Financial wellness, physical wellness, mental wellness, emotional wellness. Like we have a tie-up with an emotional wellness partner where anybody and everybody can reach them out. If they suspect they are in depression, they are in anxiety, they want to call, that's continual, right? You have established those strong pillars and then there's no looking back. It functions like a good oiled machinery.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Morning. My name is Joel Thomas Nyman. So this whole concept of fun and happiness really excites me. But I just wonder like how you would gel this concept with some of the senior or older employees who there might be a little bit of a resistance, right? And who does not embrace the fun activities and they consider it as a time-consuming distraction from their work and their priorities in life.
So see, when I say fun, happiness, do you mean to say that the old or the experienced employees don't have fun, right? It's all, no, I'm not cross-questioning you. It's a valid question that usually you attribute this to the younger generation. I'm giving free Coldplay passes, then the younger generation is excited about it. But then we are a company that has to take care of everybody across all grades. And so there are different tools and techniques that we use. For example, we have a very exciting long service award program, right? Which recognizes people who celebrate 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years with the company, right? We had 2 weeks back in Mumbai where we invited 300 of our colleagues with their family and kids to celebrate them for completing 10, 15, 20, 25 years. You know the kind of pride they had coming for that event with family and really feeling bonded with the brand, etc. So those are tools that we use for some of the senior people, right? So senior people, for example, we recently had a pickleball competition. You've heard of pickleball across the globe. It's becoming a very, very popular sport. We had a lot of senior folks come and participate because for fitness, they play that, etc. Right? So like that, you offer different tools and techniques that everybody can associate themselves with. In fact, 2 months back, we launched the first of its kind for any corporate or institution in the world, the first of its kind 21-day happiness challenge, right? And in 21 days, so people enrolled for that, like you enroll for a course in Java, J2E, etc. People enrolled for that course. 3,800 people enrolled. We shortlisted 250 people for the first batch, and the 250 had people across. People have spent 15 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 2 months, 6 months, across different grades, across different cities. Everybody was there in that batch. So that's again, and their happiness quotient grew by 32% from the start of the batch to the end of the batch. So those are elements that we use continuously. We have a very, very active health and wellness program, meditation program, yoga. We have tie-ups with hospitals for health checkups. So take care of people at different levels in different ways for their wellness quotient. There are different tools and techniques for different people.
That's just my questions. Thank you.
So, hello sir, my name is Derek Joseph. So what I wanted to know is how does the HR team measure like the effectiveness of the happiness and fun initiatives of the company on the employees' performance and engagement?
So listen, two aspects you're talking about. As I told you in the beginning that, you know, the objective is to produce happy employees who automatically become productive employees, because happy people generally tend to do a lot more interesting work. We can't compare whether productive people are happy or not. Somebody might finish their work, but they might be under severe depression. But at the same time, if you actually create a happy set of employees who actually have a lot of happiness in doing what they're doing at work, it's a beautiful marriage, right? Now, how do we measure? the proof of the I'm talking only about the fun and engagement initiative that we do. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. When I actually do a 21-day happiness challenge, 3,600 people apply for it across grades just in the first batch, which is, I wanted 200 people, right? And it's oversubscribed by 15 times, right? If 3,000 people applied, or 18 times. So that's a crazy number for me to look at. The band plays live music every Monday in the afternoon, and there's a packed cafeteria of 600 people who watch it, which means, there's no space for people to sit and the youngsters lap it up. So my programs are going full, right? For example, I do the largest sport initiative in Capgemini called Get Sporty. It's an Olympiad that happens across 3 months, and 25,000 colleagues are touched as a part of this Olympiad across the country. And that actually goes out and wins a gold at Economic Times Human Capital Award for the best employee engagement initiative in the country. That's a good measure. I do a MasterChef event only for our colleagues, fireless cooking, where 600 colleagues take part across the country. I put it up on social media. I get 700K views organically. That's a good measure. All of these advocates go and rank us high on Glassdoor, which is a measuring platform for colleagues across to know. So Capgemini is ranked amongst one of the top 3 employers globally, right? Our score is close to 4, which is a great average to have, and there are only 1 or 2 companies who are at 4 or above. So that's a good measuring rod for me. And Pulse is, of course, we have an internal listening tool called Pulse, where we continuously listen to colleagues and figure out what are they talking about, our employee satisfaction scores. All of these put together constitute a good mechanism to figure out whether you're engaging them, what is the proportion, what are the numbers, right? Eventually, as I told you, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. When you have colleagues come in and lap it up and clap and applaud and have fun, you know that you're really creating something unique for them over a period of time.
Hi sir, so my name is Tobis. So right from our childhood, we have been taught, to work hard, and only then the best part of ourselves would come out. And then recently we have these topics such as Ikigai or finding the best version happiness. So could you suggest some measures for us MBA students that would help us find our happiness?
So the beauty here is, I'm nobody to suggest what you need to find your happiness from, right? I can guide you. You can take a horse to a pond, you can't make the horse drink, right? There's Ikigai, there's 7 habits of highly effective people. There's 20 other things that I can tell you, right? There's 20 other people I can tell you, listen to them, right? But there's nothing works like your own model, right? There's nothing works like what you believe and you can connect with. There's no right or wrong there, all right? People are breaking boundaries these times, right? There was a report that I read which was interesting, saying the younger Gen Z is gone. It's now Gen Alpha they're talking about. Gen Alpha doesn't believe in investing money in buying a house, right? They believe in spending on themselves. They build experiences. They would want to there are more youngsters doing a Euro trip now than it was 10 years back, right? They want to experience the world at large. So there's a lot of paradigm shift in the mindset. Doesn't mean that you're not financially savvy. Yesterday night, I was listening to a startup founder who runs the largest FD investment platform. Simple money, straight money. I'm not getting the name, right? All right. So that kind of a platform where you have mutual funds, you have Zerodha and all this stuff for mutual funds. There's a platform only for FDs, right? And guess what? He's got the largest intake from Gen Alpha, not from the 40, 50, 60, but they are doing regular investments there. They're also looking at that model. So considering the change in the generation shift, the paradigm rules of which we are playing this game are changing, right? It's for us to understand that and change our philosophy. And I have to offer what Gen Alpha loves to take part in. I can't go and say, as a fun officer, I can't go and say, I will do musical chairs, come and take part, I'll do lemon and spoon. I got to push the bar and say, all right, cool, I will do pickleball for you. I will do 21-day happiness challenge. I will do a fitness challenge that encourages you. I'll do hikes, mountain hikes, etc., etc. I really need to push the bar and figure out how can I try and offer you something that really catches you by surprise. That makes my job exciting, and that is something that you expect, because till the early 2000s, people were expecting yesterday, today. What you were giving them yesterday, give me today. 2010 to 2020, people are expecting today. What is currently in the air, currently what the world is going towards, offer that to me. 2020 onwards, people are expecting tomorrow today, which is what's tomorrow? What am I going towards? What's the future in store? Give me the future today. So we need to be prepared for giving them something that they really don't expect well in advance. So we got to be on our toes. So it's for you to go back and find out what appeals to you and craft your path. Books can teach you, philosophers or blah 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 people can come and tell you, but what matters, I have crafted my thing that way, right? And 15 years, 18 years back, when people said, how long are you going to be doing fun and dance and song and dance, etc., etc., right? You will stop finding a living beyond a point in time. People will stop taking you serious beyond a point in time. It's been 18 years, right? You persist with what you believe in, the world around you will start believing in the same journey, period. Thank you.
So, on behalf of our Kushajyanti School of Management and all the students here, I would like to thank you for giving your valuable time and your insights. And I'm sure your answers were pretty like everyone's satisfied with the answers, and it will be helpful for our future.
I hope so. I'm very satisfied, but lovely interaction. It's always nice to keep engaging and push the bar, and pretty exciting to keep talking. We should continue this because to me also, I learn a lot when I interact with all of you, try and gauge your mindset, work with a lot of younger segment of the population, my team and the organization as well. So we learn from each other, but it was a fabulous interaction, right? Cheers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Cheers.